This sim cost over £800,000 to develop. Now, what made it so expensive? Where did they get the money from? And why is it a car? I will give you the answers to all of these questions in this video. Before we can understand why this project is so expensive, we need to go back to the beginning. In March 2020, Team Fordzilla sent out a series of polls on social media to gather information from the sim racing community. And over the coming months, they gathered over 250,000 answers, all of which were used to develop a simulator for the community. And not only that, they also made deals with Asphalt 8 and Grid Legends to get the concept into the games. In fact, you can jump in those games right now and drive it with top speeds of around 360 kilometers an hour. Now, all of this makes for a great marketing opportunity for Team Fordzilla. But how does it drive? I'm currently standing in front of the world's most expensive simulator. This is the Team Fordzilla P1 and we're about to give it a shot. Oh my god. Ah! Put a big back, put a big back. This is so cool.
Right now, be really careful, it's really slidey.
Okay. It's so slidey as well. It's definitely not easy to drive, to say the least.
The initial intentions was that it was not to become a sim rig and it was become more of a show car, but the love for sim racing that we have in Team Fordzilla created such an interesting concept and idea because it's a completely unique car. It's one of one, there is no other in the world, and there is no plans to be others in the future. As
crazy as all of this is, the money for a project of this size has to come from somewhere. And where could £800,000 for a racing simulator possibly come from? You guessed it right, Team Fordzilla is the official esports team of car manufacturer Ford, which you may or may not know since they have developed millions of cars, which very much explains where the budget comes from. Now, if you ask me, that's an insane amount for the product that they've actually ended up with, but that's because there's a catch.
On top of that, it can actually move. So it has a motor inside and it's all controlled by a phone. So the designers created like a phone app and you can change the lights, you can move the car backwards and forwards for rolling shots, for movement in general.
So on top of the expenses for the development teams, both for the real life sim and the in-game counterparts, they've actually made a working car.
Oh no! Oh no! It's so powerful. This is fun. I am really enjoying this, even though I clearly don't know how to do it.
And this is where esports starts to blow my mind. This car is a vision of esports racing and real life racing combined. It takes the best of esports racing and puts it into a real life car, which, yes, that sounds very counterintuitive. And I guess it is. As hype as this might be, it's not going to be sold on the markets and it's not going to be the next best simulator for sim racing pros. But if there's one thing that this simulator is, it's hopefully a sign of what is to come within sim racing. I want to thank Will for helping make this video and Oliver for helping filming it. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.
I knew what you were going to do.